said to
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Okay.
I want to put a band together.
Right.
I have no idea how to put a band together, but, and he, at the time, I was talking to him, and he says, but I would like Wendy Williams to sing, be the lead singer in the band. Be the lead singer in the band. And Wendy was in another room, and Wendy comes out, and she looked like some kind of science fiction character. Like she had silver boots on and everything like that, and she comes out and says, "Hi, Richie, how are you doing?" You know, she kind of talked like this, and so he says, "I'll tell you what, I can work on Wendy." With the vocals and writing lyrics. I'm looking for somebody to write songs. And he said, I like some of the songs you did with numbers, and maybe we can change them around. And one of the songs was This Ain't Gonna Win, which became Tight Black Pants in the Plasmatics. And there was another song called Living Dead. I don't know what that was called, but we altered that a little bit. Tight Black Pants is pretty much the same song. It's just different lyrics. And we started working on that, and we needed Roy, who was the drummer. He left for various reasons, and so we needed to get a drummer and we needed to get a bass player because we only had myself and Wendy.
Well, before that, I went to the audition, Plasmatics, and Roy was there.
Oh yeah, right. Roy was there. Okay.
And we have auditions and the bass players.
Right.
And that's why I came upstairs, and then I saw, I guess, 5, 6 bass players there.
Okay.
They are so good. You know, those are professional, like studio musicians type guys, like so fancy playing.
But you had an inside, and the inside was that I knew you, and so we were going to audition bass players. We needed to get a bass player, and I remember telling our manager and Wendy that I says, I noticed you were living right. That's another thing. You not only were you living downstairs in the basement, but then you moved to Grove Street.
Yeah, 35 Grove Street, and you were living like one block away in the Bedford Street in Christopher.
Did you know that Friends is filmed on Bedford Street? Friends, that TV show?
Yeah.
With Jennifer Aniston?
Yeah.
That's on Bedford Street.
Okay.
I was watching it the other day. And they're talking about Bedford Street. It's like the block that right there.
So this one I used to live, and here Richie lived. So I got very close within within minutes.
Yeah. Back to the Plasmatics, yeah. So because we're going to get lost in it.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. But you were living next door, and I remember calling up Rod and Wendy and saying, okay, we need a bass player. But I just went around, I went to we sort of became friends at that point.
Yeah.
You were downstairs, I was upstairs up at the 37th Street.
Right.
Then we became friends, and I remember calling Rod and Wendy and saying like, hey, look, there's a guy right around the corner, and he looks, of course this is important in rock and roll. He looks great, and he's not only that, he's got a really cool bass underneath his bed. He had his bass hiding underneath his bed, which was like this big metal thing that was sort of like a triangle and everything. And I said, so we wanted to have an audition. Actually, Rod wanted to have or the rest of the people wanted to have an audition to give everybody a shot. But you had an inside. You had the inside track.
And I cheated.
But the band at that time was more. I don't want to say it was an art band, but we were trying to do something unique. We had Wendy with the science fiction space outfit, Barbie doll on acid look, and brought Jose in, and that's the beginning of the band.
We did rehearse with Roy and the three of us. it's the 2 weeks later or a week later, 38th Street in the really high up, in the 12th, 14th floor, some rehearsal space, and he rented. And then, today we have a lead singers coming, and then Wendy showed up kind of shy, and then she looked like came from Mars or somewhere cosmic, and she talked like a giggle, and then she white go-go boots type.
Right.
And then showed tight mini pants, and then the really tight shirts, and then it's like like Barbie doll type here.
Yeah.
And then I was like, she's going to be a lead singer. I go, wow. So when we have a band.
Yeah, I think bringing Wendy in kind of, in what she did, she raised the bar for the whole band, especially for me. Shut up or get out. You know what I mean? Like either you can deal with this or you can't.
Right.
So she was sort of the inspiration.
Let's talk about our rehearsal before get into the first gig.
Well, one thing we did do a lot was rehearse. I think we almost over-rehearsed. We always rehearsed. But I don't remember too much other than that, just rehearsing a lot. And then we started, working on songs. Roy left, and we got a new drummer named Stu Deutsch, which was another rehearsal.
Yeah.
Another audition, I should say.
We took almost 2 or 3 weeks to find him. We put in that ad in the Village Voice.
That's correct.
And then we did 2,000 drummer came in.
Yeah. The whole process, the whole process of auditioning somebody for a band is a real
Pumped up.
Yeah, but you put the ads in the paper. Actually, I was reading something about Ronnie Wood from the Stones or something, and they were doing the same thing back in London in 1963, putting ads in Melody Maker and looking for drummers. So, but we put the ad in the paper for a drummer. It went through a lot of drummers. You get a lot of characters because it's kind of like anybody can come by.
Right.
And so we eventually decided on Stu.
Right.
Yeah. And then we had the band, Stu,
right.
You, myself, and Wendy.
Yeah.
And we were ready to go, and we got an audition at CBGB's.
But the Rod built his own rehearsal space in his loft.
Yeah, but you built it.
I built it. I was doing a hammer. I was a carpenter,
No, you're a good carpenter. I helped a little bit, but I carry some boards around. But you did a lot of work, if not most of the work. We made our own rehearsal space within the loft space.
Right.
And it wasn't that big.
No, but still bigger than one of those small rental sound stage.
Yeah. And it was very loud. Nowadays, forget about it. I don't know if I could take it. So we built the rehearsal space, and we did our first gig. And before we did any gigs, moving forward, we always went out and promoted the show by doing tons of postering.
But the thing is, we didn't do the audition night, did we? We had to go through the audition night with our CBGB's policies.
You know more than I do. I can't remember all this stuff.
Okay, first time we played the audition night. Audition night is a Tuesday night. That's strictly people. We have normally people send this cassette, and then Hilly and I forgot the booking girl.
Charlie
Martin was engineer, and also I forgot. They are the booking girl. So those ones have to listen the entire thousands of tapes, and then at that time, statistics says 900 band in New York City itself at that time.
Wow, you got the numbers down, don't you?
Yeah. 900 band.
Oh boy.
And
Okay.
we played in the Tuesday night. They're sending more tapes. Okay.
Okay.
No more than 900. 900.
You're getting into the nitty gritty here.
I am.
Okay.
Is that bad?
Yeah. No, it's good. I'm learning a lot myself here.
And then usually people send even like a really acoustic stuff, like those kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Probably 10 times. 9,000, that people are sending out. And then the 900 actual band, they want to play at the CBs.
Okay.
So we have selected one of those maybe 100 band, and we played on Tuesday night. And we had probably 5 band playing that night. We played a very short set, probably 5-6 songs.
Oh yeah, that was a really good thing about our show. Okay, so we did the audition.
Yeah.
But talking about the short set,
Right.
and I just want to say something early, say something right now, and I give this credit to our manager Rod Swenson. I remember it was like 5 songs. I was like, well, wait a second, that's not very long. It's only like 15, 20 minutes. He says that's the way you got to do it. He says if it's really good, they're not going to want to hear. They're not going to care if it's short or long, as it's good. And I remember him saying to us, he says, we want to start off with our strongest song and end with our strongest song, and then you kind of work the middle a little bit. But keep it short and no encore. And still today, sometimes bands will come and say, hey, why don't you come see my band? And they'll say, what do you think about my band? I'll go, that's too long, I'll say it's too long. After 2 or 3 songs, you're bored. You're over with, You want to go back and get a beer or something like that. I hate to tell you, it's true, Anyway, but it's true, Bands go on forever.
Let's get back to Plasmatics.
But it was a good piece of advice. I mean, we were extreme. Right. We were extreme, but it was 15, 20, 25 minutes packed.
Yeah, and then you said people start dancing. I was like, what was pogo dance or whatever?
Pogo, yeah.
Pogo. And people, pogoing. I don't know what's it called. Everybody doing, not everybody. The pogo. I was like, wow. I could not believe it myself.
I remember Tommy Ramone from the Ramones came to the show, and Tommy goes to me. He goes,
He came?
Yeah, he came. Yeah, you were in the band then.
Yeah, the audition night. No,
okay. Well, okay, we're not at that point yet. We're still in the audition night. Okay.
Then 2 weeks later, whatever, we got a booking.
Yeah.
That was and then you can start with, we have a poster wall.
Right, the poster war. Well, so yeah, we did the audition. We got the first gig, which was not too much later, a couple of weeks later, right?
We have to practice how to do the entire set, but we still sung with only 7 or 8 songs. It wasn't enough to do the 60 minutes. So we had a 45-minute set.
No, we never had 45.
Well,
We didn't have 45 minutes.
No?
No, 25 minutes at the most.
No.
That's what I'm saying. 25 minutes, 20, 25, yeah.
I feel like I was playing 40 minutes,
I don't think so.
But 8 songs, right? 8 songs we had. The 7 or 8 songs. And then 3 songs, 3 minutes each.
24,
You're right.
24 minutes.
Unbelievable.
And no stopping, no very little space in between.
Right.